Mr. Speaker, I will be reading the statement for Minister Burch.
Continues, Minister.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, I would like to provide this Honorable House with a report on the now critical status of the Tynes Bay waste-to-energy facility, what it means to us as a community, and what the government is currently doing about it. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Tynes Bay facility, located on Palmetto Road in Devonshire, is a mass-burn waste-to-energy plant which combusts refuse and produces high-pressure steam for power production, generating some 125,000 kilowatt-hours per day. Most of that power is sold into the Belco power grid, but about a third of it is utilized internally. Both the power plant itself, as well as the Tynes Bay seawater reverse osmosis plant next door, which produces some 750,000 gallons of fresh water per day, all from renewable energy. Mr. Deputy Speaker, you will recall that due to the synergistic relationship with the reverse osmosis plant, Tynes Bay was mentioned as an integral part of the water and wastewater master plan. This plan will see Tynes Bay repurposed as a renewable energy hub for a combined waste and water utility that will treat sewage and produce both potable and non-potable water with garbage as its primary energy source. We have high hopes for the success of this project, as it will create a number of environmental benefits for the island, as well as provide new opportunities for creative financing for the government. But while this plan will provide for the future, we unfortunately still have to deal with the here and now. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the Waste and Water Master Plan remains the long-term solution for Tynes Bay and the water and wastewater infrastructure in general. But unfortunately, time has caught up with us, and the plant's current state now requires swift action, even ahead of the Waste and Water Master Plan. Many of you may recall that the plant is now over 25 years old and has undergone one major refurbishment some 10 years ago. While this investment has prolonged the life of the plant, there are now components that are reaching the end of their useful life, with full replacement being the only option. This means a total plant upgrade, which will span some 3 to 5 years, needs to start now. Mr. Deputy Speaker, it is truly hard to depict the true value of the service Tynes Bay provides to our community. While many focus on the collection and sometimes non-collection of our garbage, few are fully aware of what happens to their garbage once it leaves our curbside week in and week out by the dedicated collection teams. To many, it just magically disappears. But to the engineers, technicians, and skilled personnel who work at Tynes Bay, it is a constant battle to process the never-ending stream of garbage, which arrives at a rate of some 200 to 300 tons per day. If not for Tynes Bay, that same garbage would find itself either destroying what's left of Pembroke Marsh in the form of an unengineered landfill, or festering on our curbsides and being burned in trash barrels like we used to do decades ago. This will result in an increase in the rodent population that no one wants to see. Mr. Deputy Speaker, this is certainly not the Bermuda we wish to return to, and thus it should be somewhat sobering to hear that with the current state of the plant, we could return to these conditions at any time if we do nothing. While I have painted a bleak outlook of the present reality, and it is indeed reality, I also wish to ensure the public that this government has chosen to face this reality head-on and has already approved the go-ahead of a full refurbishment of the facility ahead of the Waste and Water Master Plan. Tynes Bay is simply too important a service to let fail, and while there will be years of hard work to arrive at a final solution, I can assure you that work towards that final solution has already begun. Mr. Speaker, I will continue to give updates of this work as it unfolds, and will keep the public abreast of our challenges, solutions, and inevitable successes. Thank you.